Hey everybody. I think a key concept in understanding regenerative agriculture is to understand the concept of the decay cycle and the growth cycle. Uh, Everything in life is made up of carbon chains. These carbon chains are formed of carbon, of course, that link gases and salts. The gases, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and a variety of different salts. And then an electric current fuses all this together. That electric current, of course, is life. And once that current ceases, all of those atoms are going to recombine and form carbon dioxide and nitrogen and things and go back off into the atmosphere, where they will have to be recollected by plants, of course, which collect carbon out of the air and recirculate it into the environment again. Now, this is the growth cycle, where plants take carbon out of the atmosphere to make the building blocks, the carbon chains of life. The decay cycle is where those carbon chains that have already been pulled and formed, and some of them have died, some of them have not, are reformed by other life into new carbon chains, refusing them and basically recycling the organic matter back into the environment. And so there's the growth cycle, which takes it out of the atmosphere, and the decay cycle, which recycles it back into the environment, where it can be reused indefinitely, constantly getting its carbon broken apart and reformed into new carbon chains. And this is the cycle of life, which allows for organic matter to get built up into huge amounts of topsoil, which promote huge plants, which promote all sorts of life, because all life is at some point dependent upon the growth cycle, which is plants. Plants take the carbon out of the atmosphere as the cycle starts, but a healthy environment is going to have a healthy decay cycle, where that environment, where that carbon is constantly getting recirculated and fed back to the plants and fed back to us. The problem with our current environment and our current agriculture is that we completely don't even acknowledge the decay cycle. We focus entirely on the growth cycle. So it's larger tomatoes, larger this, all the while we just eviscerate the soil. And the decay cycle, which should be accumulating organic matter within the soil to feed to the plants, is no longer even there. The biology that would do this whole job is gone. And that's part of the problem, is that we don't acknowledge that the decay cycle is based upon a biology that's constantly digesting organic matter and purifying it by doing this and refeeding it back into the environment. It keeps it current so it can feed it to the plants, so that we can then eat it from the plants or from the animals which feed the plants or which eat the plants. The whole thing is dependent upon a growth cycle and a decay cycle that are in balance. And the problem with modern agriculture and our modern food system is that they are not. And so a big concept with regenerative agriculture is to cultivate the decay cycle, to invigorate the soil full of microbes and life. And this is why I'm always adding humus in the form of broken down, well-made compost into my garden on the top of my soil, so that all the life, all the earthworms and all the different microbes and the prokaryotes can eat off this and then feed it back into the plants. And the plants will feed them the carbon that they're looking for in this wonderful cycle that builds up the soil and promotes the plant's health. Anyway, decay cycle, just wanted to get a little video about it. Thanks, y'all.